The very embodiment of evil, the Wither destroys everything without prejudice. Let's make a farm. What could go wrong? Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm a long-time Minecraft player, first-time video uploader, but I was specially requested some months ago, but better late than never I suppose.
Welcome to the party, pal!
To debut this monstrosity behind me, which is my take on the Wither cage. I'll break in there in a minute and kind of go over why I chose this particular design for it. I guess you can call it the double stone generator prison. Here we see the Wither in captivity in his cozy little home with a 1-block footprint, 6 blocks of bedrock in total, as advertised. I've had no issues loading or reloading this area and having the Wither, essentially jailbreak. However, if you do want to be more cautious, you could utilize more bedrock and kind of give it an official, bigger cage there. Be a lot more pieces. I didn't actually count them, but what it will not stop are the random skulls it likes to fire out just like that, regardless if it sees an entity or not. So I'm sure that must have been some kind of change to the Wither's code at some point that I don't remember, but we can harness its destructive power just like that and actually make it work in our favor to create a passive cobblestone farm on top of everything else we want to put in here. So let's go ahead and take a look at all that. And oh. So let's take a look at what we need to build this monstrosity. You'll need a 19 by 19 footprint, about 35 blocks in height, and this book. Where'd the book go? Okay, for reasons unexplainable to me, okay, cool. It teleported back. Yeah. So I have this on screen for a bit here, and also in the description, because why not? And also, of course, you'll need a locator map. One random seed later, and honestly, this is pretty good looking. And yeah, I think I found my build location. So I went ahead and pre-filled a 19 by 19 area, but I'm gonna go ahead and double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And that's a 1 again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. So once you find the center, we go ahead and break that center block. Ignore the basement. Put in your observer clock there. Okay, from your observer, we want 7 solid blocks. And 1 on top at the end, repeater on 2 ticks, and dust up until the clock. So we're going to do that on all sides. So from there, we're going to go ahead and put 2 blocks here, and then 4 in this direction, and then 4 in this direction. Hey, what kind of crime is going on here? Oh. Oh, that's what you get when you spit at a wolf. Distractions aside, once you have all these platforms on every side, they should look like this, the little corner there. So we also want a ring, full ring of solid blocks adjacent, in front of, around. We'll go with around there, and repeaters facing every single block on 2 ticks. And of course with redstone dust behind everything. And that little nub there. Okay, then after that we want redstone torches on top of all the blocks in that interior ring, with blocks on top of those torches. Okay, now with that ring in place, we want redstone torches all around the outside. Now, of course, we'll need torches on the inside as well. It doesn't really matter which side you favor, because they'll all be turned off. You have full coverage. Okay, and this is where the first of 259 pistons come in. So go ahead and start on the outer ring, if you like. Top of every torch. And the interior, the middle ring, that'll happen, that is completely fine. That's how you know it's working. And then also the interior ring. Make sure they're all facing up, by the way. As you can see, every torch has a piston, every piston a torch. From these pistons you want to go ahead and build out another 9x2, so just kind of fill in the back there on every side. Now we're going to go ahead and build up a back wall here. However, these last two on every side will have to be obsidian just to prevent them from getting pushed around everywhere. Alright, now once you have those walls in, go ahead and put the pistons on the backs of them, just like so. And we'll take our solid blocks and we'll make somewhat of a L shape here, with an additional one on the corner there. Alright, once you have those L's in place, let's go ahead and pre-stage this with some stone or cobblestone. This will be that kind of generator. And then we want to waterlog all of our pistons here. You will notice if you missed a spot, of course, like so, right? You have a dead spot, water not flowing in the right spot, should all be going to the same place. Then I'm going to cap this off with glass, just because glass. You use whatever block you want. And I think you kind of get the pattern by now. Go ahead and do that on all sides. So once you have all those blocks in place, go ahead and find that middle block, split the difference. 2 lava sources on either side, so it'll cover the entire area, and of course all this will keep the lava in place. Now let's connect this up with our circuit. So let's go ahead and put a glass block there, 2 solid blocks with one up at the end, feeder on 2 ticks, redstone dust, and redstone torch, block, dust here, and on the back of all the pistons. Repeat on every side. Moving to the center of our build, let's go ahead and get an obsidian ring started. 1 block above your pistons, around the interior here. Just like that. Then we want to get our hoppers set up actually 1 block beneath. Just like that. Whole floor of them. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put barrels down here to simulate my my storage solution. Of course, you can have this piped out one way or another. You can always lower this down if you need extra space, but this is just my solution for the tutorial's purposes. So go ahead and fill in your floor of hoppers here, little 3x3. Then we want to take that stone and get another temporary ring started here. Built up to. Then we want to fill in this floor with some temporary block as well. Stone, why not? And get our water going in each one of these corners here. Just the corners, so everything flows nice and neat to the center. Then we can go ahead and remove those blocks. Without these blocks here filling up the center, the water physics just does not want to work. Finally, we can come in here and let her rip. Just go ahead and let that build up to its max height. Shouldn't take terribly too long. At least in my experience with the 2 tick delay. You see here it's almost at the push limit actually. So you can see it's going to fill in from the outside in first, and also, can someone tell me when making stone started making a block placing sound? That's new to me. Anyway. So once we've let all that fill in, we can go ahead and shut the machine off, get a locator map, find west, cool, find this middle block here, dig out 1 deep, 3 wide, go ahead and put in some obsidian there to prevent the from it getting pushed around from the pistons. But we also come up and do a 2 high ceiling for the same purpose. So this is where we're going to be laying out the wither. So fun. Then we can go ahead and come down 1, and this is your first unbreakable block. Very important placement right there. And you can come up 3. Go ahead and put 1 on each direction here, and 1 on top. And you definitely want to take these out, otherwise it's going to bounce out of there and be in here, and you don't want that. On theme with that, we want to go ahead and surround this with some block we don't really care about. Just anything solid, can be dirt, whatever it is, and also fill in just as much of it as you can, really. So we do not want this guy to spawn anywhere other than inside that little box, and if that's not filled in, there's a chance that, for some odd reason, there's a chance that he could go ahead and slip on down there. So let's not have that. So I built this mock-up to illustrate a few points. The ring of glass around the outside here represents the interiormost stone generation, the wall of stone. We have our 5x5, and then these this 4x4x6 represents the blocks that the wither will break once damaged by our snowballs. You can see it does favor the southeast side. That's why I have my wood coming in on this side. As soon as it gets into the interior here, it'll be broken. However, the concrete won't be broken in this column when we damage the wither, not until it reaches further in. But of course, the blue skulls it likes to throw around will randomly attend to that. And then the basalt I have fed through the very bottom. I will run into this block, but that's okay. It'll still get broken if it extends beyond it. But it, most importantly, will not have run the risk of pushing the wither out of place, which would be a very bad day for everybody. And you also mitigate some losses on top of that 1 piece of bedrock there. So of course you can put your inputs in here any which way you'd like, but you can kind of get an illustration of maybe some best practices here, especially avoiding pushing any blocks directly through the wither, or too far on top where you're just going to suffer a bunch of losses. So I hope that clears up a few reasonings to my process. And the second thing we might want to do right now is go ahead and install our dispenser system for the snowball. So that's fine on this layer, right? Has a perfect line of sight on the wither and doesn't get into the way of any potential inputs coming in to the farm here. So no worries there. And this is the editor here. The snow golem should actually be installed on the north facing wall for best results. Go ahead and run 2 hoppers into the side of that and border this off with some solid block. I'm just gonna go with glass so I can see the little snowman. Alright, and then gonna wiggle into here, get that piston set in there, and another block on top of that, and 1 wall and that spot there, sure. And we're gonna go ahead and build our snowman. Did I do this right? Where's the snow? Yeah, just as a point of reference, be sure you have mob griefing on. Just figured that out with the creeper I set up there. So, come to think of it, I don't even know why mob griefing was off in the first place. Because then this whole thing doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, that was weird. But anyway, hey Wolf, can you explain to me? Oh. Well, that is a problem. With that in place, you can go ahead and turn the stone generator back on, and And we'll go ahead and build up 13 from here to get started on the second one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 2 temporary blocks, knock out the one in the middle, down facing piston, and that's going to set the foundation for the rest of the platform up here. In fact, we're essentially mirroring what we had down there, so we can actually come here and just mirror that, or count out 9 on this side. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So look straight down. Yep, that should be that block. Skip this block. So temporary, and do another 9 and make a, yeah, you know what to do. So I just placed in all the pistons here, just so it's a little easier to see visually, right? So this middle guy here, right, and along here as well. So we can go ahead and knock these. Sits out. Actually build this up by 1 more. Temporary blocks, right? And go ahead and put in the stickies. Then on the bottom of these, we go ahead and just put in some stone. Why not? Makes sense. Next, let's go ahead and set up the timing system here at the top. So we start these center bits here. We're kind of making a bit of a cross shape, right? So this is going to need to be facing facing up. This facing down, right? Another little clock there, and then we want repeaters facing each direction on 2 ticks. Redstone dust, and when we're ready to let that be a timer, we can go ahead and put another piece up there. But in the meantime, we can go ahead and fill in all of this, right? So all the repeaters set up the way they are, just going to be able to power every single one of these in sync. Alright, with all that filled in, we can go ahead and get these, put a little L here in each of these corners with your building blocks, and extend the redstone to that as well. So next you'll come up under each of your L's, go ahead and extend out from the bottom to your 2 past the original in there, and then put some repeaters there in 2 ticks, redstone dust, and then we're going to go ahead and fill all of this in with obsidian up until the next one of these L's. Once you have all those in place, you can go ahead and fill in the back here with all the redstone. And go ahead and place your pistons in facing forward, just like that, behind each piece of obsidian there. After you get all the pistons in, go ahead and go down and do another 9x2 like we did with the generator below. And as well as that, go ahead and place in some temporary stone on the face of each of those pistons there, so that when we do fill this in with water at the next step, will not go everywhere and potentially ruin everything. Okay, once the underneath is looking more or less like this, we can go ahead and come on top and waterlog all of our pistons. Make sure they're all waterlogged. This guy. Haha. Next, I'm going to come in and cap all the pistons here with glass right on top. Doesn't necessarily have to be glass, could be any block, but I'm just going with glass. And then we can go ahead and find that middle block like before, split the difference, put your lava sources in. This one's easy. And so is this one. And that is the top generator done, so let's go ahead and throw in that bit of dust and just watch the magic. Slowly. It will fill in this center bit as well once it's done with the exterior, but that's not a problem. If anything, that's an extra layer of protection on the extremely off chance that you get a blue skull completely vertical, perfectly vertical. Don't know how that would happen, but hey. Bro, what is with this random teleportation? Does this happen to anyone else in Minecraft, or is it just me? I just got randomly teleported, shunted, like, was that 0? Z equals 0? I'm so confused. I've never experienced that teleportation issue in survival mode. Maybe it's a creative thing, I'm not sure. I don't know why that just reminded me of a Rubik's Cube, but with all that filled in, you could actually build the wither right now if you wanted to. But I do want to go over escape route options. So you could jump down here as soon as you, as soon as you build them. So then have a let's say 3 tall escape option here. Of course, with the bottom generator off until you've made your escape, you can turn it back on, and this will just autofill itself. Alternatively, if you're willing to brave the explosions, you can build out here some temporary, maybe scaffolding or something like that. Maybe with your own failsafe on top of that, because the very next thing we're going to want to do after building the wither is getting rid of this this obsidian here, starting with the most interior-most layer, I would say first, and then working your way out. That way, no stray skulls ruin this perfect landscape here. So let's go ahead and summon him in. Oh, hello. It's actually at this point you do want to double check everything, make sure this is facing west, this way's east. Good, cool. All that said, I know this is gonna work, but it's really scary every time you do it. So there he is, right in the center. Right where he should. This way. Build all this up so we can see if it explodes. Well, it will explode all around him, so that's cool. All those temporary blocks that we didn't care about, cool. And there will be some marginal losses on top of these bits of bedrock here, but that's really unavoidable. And you see just through a skull that way, and the wall just kind of healed itself up. So yeah, it's at this point you want to get rid of these, and be sure you have oh, careful. Yeah, from the outside in, and you do want the bottom on as well, but I don't have it on, I don't think. No, that was just a piston reaction. Yeah, right there. And yeah, there he is. Forever imprisoned. Hopefully. But yeah, that should keep him in there, right? Oh wow. I forgot about the sky change. Yeah, that's really creepy. Oh yes, and you'll also experience some cobble losses on the top of the roof here, but I couldn't find a good way to recoup that. It is just cobblestone after all, so shouldn't be much of an issue. Okay, so just as far as the name. Ooh, well, a little bit further than the name. But yeah, how menacing. You want to add a menacing aura to your castle. I guess this is the way to do it. So now that we got this up and running, I think the next thing I'm going to do is add some little command block magic to put some inputs in here and kind of get a proof of concept. In fact, let's go down here and see what's going on with some cobblestone, a little bit of nothing, some cobblestone. Oh, we have some of that coal that we had earlier. Yeah. Okay, look, see, this is what I mean. I just got teleported all the way out here. Why? I am so confused. What is this? Other than Minecraft 1.20? Yeah, 1.20.41? Whatever. I don't know. But it's very jarring. Alright, and on a slightly foggier day, we have turned concept into reality, so we have just some command blocks running some lines of, logs, basalt, yeah, and concrete in here. Let's go ahead and take a peek on the inside, and you do see there are some at the top of the bedrock here, but otherwise everything is broken. Now this bottom bit of concrete, it's not really getting pushed over, as you can see, just because it's fighting with the basalt to kind of take that territory. But otherwise, all in all, it does work as intended. And this cobblestone wall. I've tried running this before, and I ran it for quite a few Minecraft days, many hours, and no blue skulls have ever escaped the 3 thick wall. Let's come in here and kind of see what we got. So, you know, even though it's not a dedicated cobblestone farm, I mean, all the skulls he throws around there, like, you still get quite a bit of cobblestone, so, unless you do need that dedicated use, in which case, sure, but, otherwise I'm just getting bogged down in all these logs and basalt and concrete, so, and of course, again, you know, you can have, some sorting system down here, or send it away somewhere else to get sorted, but, yeah, that's essentially it. So again, I'd like to thank Silent Whisper for inspiring the build, and for Bobby for inspiring me to post it. So hopefully you and some other people do find this alternative Wither Cage build to be useful. Thanks. That's not where that goes. I have mob griefing off. Not there. So this is our new floor here for the more pistons. Help. Not the bloopers.